Samiola lost his mother, 2 uncles and a niece that painful night, known as the Kandahar massacre. 2 of his children were wounded, they say by an American soldier.
This ruthless man should be sentenced. He killed our women and children. He killed them at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was incredible brutality.
Prosecutors say a year ago, U.S. Staff Sergeant Robert Bales murdered 9 children, 4 women, and 3 other Afghan civilians in 2 villages outside Kandahar. Bales is in a military jail in the U.S. Last week, 6 villagers traveled there to meet the prosecutors and the defense lawyers. The trial is not expected to start until September.
They tell us today, tomorrow, that it will happen the day after. They're taking too much time. Until now, we don't know if the court is fair or unfair.
Afghan lawyer Saeed Sajan says the frustration is understandable.
So normally a case like that would take 10 months to be tried. And within 10 months and a few days, you would have the final conviction.
The precarious security situation complicates the prosecution. An Afghan delegation that tried to visit the site in the days after the massacre came under fire. And it took U.S. investigators 3 weeks to get there. By then, there was little forensic evidence left. The late-night murders have also raised questions about the relationship between the U.S. military and the Afghan government. Families of the victims wanted Bales tried here in Afghanistan and were infuriated when he was taken to the United States. Although he faces the death penalty, the appeals process could take years. Afghans may not see that as justice. Afghan civil rights advocates hope the prosecution of Sergeant Bales could set an example for the Afghan government.
If U.S. implemented justice, then they can show to the world, to the Afghan people, that we are respect to justice, we implement the law in our country.
But the survivors say they have little faith in their government.
The president promised us there would be no bombing, no civilians would be killed. You can see it happening in Kandahar, Uruzgan, Kunar. In every area, civilians are being killed. They haven't fulfilled any of their promises.
For the relatives of the Kandahar massacre, all they can do now is wait to see what happens to the soldier who changed their lives a year ago. Jennifer Glasse, Al Jazeera, Kabul.